This is the forest where the devil landed when he was cast out of heaven. And at that spot, we'll find the entrance to hell. The Antrum.
Hello, welcome. Do you guys remember a film called The Ring, where anytime anyone would watch this tape, the phone would ring immediately after and a voice would whisper, 7 days. 7 days. And then they would die 7 days later. Well, similar scenario with a film titled Antrum, the deadliest film ever made. Except you don't have 7 days to live with Antrum. If you do watch this cursed or believed to be cursed film, you are to pass away exactly 24 hours after viewing the film. And if some way, somehow you manage to survive, you are to be cursed for the rest of your life. Hello and welcome, fellow sinners. My name is Anissa, and I have a serious, unhealthy obsession with anything paranormal. If you share a similar interest, get comfortable because Ish is about to get spooky in 3, 2, 1. Is this film really cursed? Is it really the deadliest film ever made? This film was initially released on October 14th, 2018. However, it began trending on TikTok and other social media platforms closer to the year 2019 to 2020. They went as far as to release names of people who had allegedly passed after watching this film. Janet Hilberg suffered a seizure after watching the film. Tom Stylum was electrocuted in his kitchen. Joe Beringer fell on a venomous stonefish and died. How does one manage to do that? There were also claims that the only movie theater to initially release this film burned down mysteriously. A fire had broken out with no explainable reason, killing numerous people. Another movie theater eventually released the film, only to have people stampede out of the theater. The film had only been playing a few minutes when people began to stampede, trampling and killing various people, including a pregnant woman. It was later discovered that a staff member had spiked the popcorn butter with LSD. Now, I understand that a lot of people would want to avoid such a film after hearing this information. However, there are other people who may find themselves intrigued and interested in watching such a film. Exhibit A. I watched this film, and I'm not dead. Yet. Well, I'm pretty dead on the inside, but that's been dead. Am I cursed? That's debatable. If you want to watch this film, have no fear. All of these claims of it being the deadliest film ever made have been officially debunked. This film is a mere mockumentary of an actual film that was believed to be cursed. Warning and spoiler alert now, I will be sharing some details about this film and possibly inserting some clips as well. This film is about a little boy whose dog passes away. This little boy then asks his mom if his dog is in heaven. And you would think a mother would answer, oh yes, just to comfort her son. But not this mom. She says, no, your dog is not in heaven. Your dog's actually in hell. I thought all dogs go to heaven. Guess he didn't see that movie. The young boy then starts to have nightmares. He's worried, he's stressed, thinking of his dog possibly being in hell. His older sister, who cares very much for him, notices he's stressed and worried about his dog, and she decides to make something up to help him feel better. She tells him that she was visited by an entity or someone or something who told her where his dog was and how they could get him back in order to help him. Not so much get the dog back, but to help set his soul free so that it would no longer be in hell. And so, being the great big sister that she is, she tells him, we need to go out into the forest and dig a hole to hell to find your dog and set his soul free. Not the move I would have made, but hey, she's trying. So they go out to this forest, which turns out to be none other than the Aokigahara forest. I may be mispronouncing that, but this is a well-known forest in Japan that is also known as the forest, where people go to pretty much unalive themselves. Again, not the move I would have made, but I guess she's trying. I mean, she's doing what big sisters do, you know. She's looking out for her younger sibling, digging the occasional hole to hell, the usual. So the boy and his sisters start digging, and the young boy begins to develop some sort of sixth sense when he some way somehow knows when they've reached the first layer of hell and the second layer of hell and the third and fourth and so on and so forth.
Nate, what are you doing?
We're in the second layer.
How do you know?
Because they scratched me.
What? Who scratched you?
They scratched me.
I didn't even know hell had layers. If it does, I'd say we're probably in one right now. All these strange occurrences then begin to happen, and the sister starts to freak out, understandably, and panic a little bit. Since this, after all, was supposed to be fake, it's not real. She made it up to help her younger brother feel better. So, without spoiling too much, a lot of craziness goes on. Some weird squirrel pops up at one point, and the sister is freaking out. So she decides to come clean and tell her brother the truth. So she tells her younger brother that this isn't real, it was all made up, and she was only trying to help him and to feel better about and overcome this idea of his dog being in hell. She proceeds to tell him that this thing, or this entity / demon thing that she had said had told her where to find the dog's soul and all this, she tells him that I just made all that up. That thing wasn't real, it was just me tricking you. And her little brother responds to her and says, what are you talking about? That entity is real because I spoke to it too. It turns out this little boy met this entity or demon, and it had told him his sister would lie to him. So this thing had already given them the heads up. So this entity, this demon, had even told him, look, your sister's going to take you out to the forest. She's going to do this and this and that and yada yada. And so now here they are in the middle of effing nowhere. And again, without spoiling everything, the strange occurrences continue. They even run into some very strange people doing some very strange and disturbing things out in the forest. The sister starts to panic and tells her younger brother, we need to get the heck out of here. They pretty much are unable to find their way out, unfortunately, and they are possibly stuck here forever. The end. Would you watch this film? Have you watched this film? And if so, are you okay? Are you dead? Well, I guess if you're dead, you can't comment on that. I'm going to share a little secret with you. Not a secret. I'm just going to tell you something. If you ever find yourself sitting in your home with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your girlfriend and your boyfriend, I don't judge, husband, wife, etc., and you're sitting there thinking, what should we watch? watch this movie. And don't worry, I am the living proof that you won't die after watching this film, because I've watched it multiple times and I am still here. And if it's any consolation, I don't believe I'm cursed, because I feel as crappy as I've always felt. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications. I upload videos every week. I hope to see you in a future video. Thank you, and have a good night, gals and ghouls. It's safe. You can watch this film, I promise. Good night.